Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Welcome back, Thunder Ridge fans, as we are continuing by another boys basketball game. Thunder Ridge versus Regis. Starting lineups for Regis: number 2, Taylor Fulcher; number 3, Tavion Wilson; number 4, Ben Rasher; number 13, Matt Yost; and number 24, Kyle Sandler. The starters for Thunder Ridge: number 2, Joy Borello; number 3, Mike Martisovis; number 10, Jackson Brennan; number 22, Andrew Crawford; and number 32, Zach Keller. So, Thunder Ridge last game won 73-13 against Legends, improving their record to 17-1. Regis' record is 10-5. And I am brought to you with
Connor.
tipping off for the Thunder Ridge Regis, number 32, Zach Keller, and number 13, Matt Rose. Referee throws up the ball, and it is rebounded. Given to Andrew Crawford. Jackson Brennan takes a quick three, no good, in and out. Keller gets the rebound, gives it inside to Borello, up to the clip, and good. Quick score from Thunder is making it 2-0 with 7:49 left to go in the first quarter.
Borello has become dominant in rebounds, being third with 5.8 per game.
As Fulcher takes it at the wing, gives it into the corner to Wilsey. Wilsey gets it to Fulcher. In the wing, that is Yas. Gives it to number 24, Sandler for three. And good! Making the score at 22 with 7:20 left to go in the first quarter. Two quick scores by Regis and Thunder Ridge.
We can already see some really fast-paced scoring here and hope that continues.
As Crawford gives it to Borello, gives it inside to Keller. Keller goes with the hook shot, no good. That's the side of the rim. Fulcher dribbles around. Gives it to, that is number 4, Rasher. Rasher gives it to Sandler. Sandler has it, gives it inside. That is to number 3, that is Wilsey. Wilsey gives it to Fulcher. Fulcher gets a pick from Yost. Yost. Fulcher up for the layup, no good. It hits the left side of the rim. Borello gets the rebound, gives it to Crawford. Crawford gives it to Carnicevis. Carnicevis gives it to Crawford. Crawford backs down the defender, up layup, good. Bringing the score 4-3 with 6:22 left to go. Fulcher has it. He's gonna give it to Yost. Yost. Spins around, dribbles in, reverse layup, good. Great layup there by Yost.
You can see Regis already using those backdoor cuts so that they can easily get those quick layups.
As Keller drives inside, spins, gives it to Borello for three. Oh, good. Rebounded by Sandler. Sandler behind the back, pushing up the floor. Gives it all the way to Fulcher. Fulcher jumps around, gives it to the top of the key. Sandler gets it, gives it to Fulcher. Fulcher gets a pick from Wilsey. Gives it back to Wilsey. Wilsey pump fakes the three, jab steps, drives inside, up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Keller, gives it to Crawford. This game is very quick pace, fast moving. As Keller goes up the layup, good.
Both of these teams have become quite competitive this season. While Thunder Ridge ranks number 1, Regis Jesuit only ranks 15, which makes it very, very competitive.
Fulcher drives in and gets fouled. Score right now 6-5, Thunder Ridge up with 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. What have you seen? Or excuse me, he won't go to the free throw line. They called it onto the ground, so Fulcher will inbound. It gives it all the way to Yost. Yost drives it in, gives it to the corner. That's to Wilsey. Wilsey gives it all the way to Fulcher in the corner. Fulcher gives it to Sandler. Sandler dribbles around in between the leg. Gives it to, that is number 4, Rasher for three. No good. Sandler gets the rebound. Tough mid-range. Hits the back of the rim. Rebounded by Crawford. Gives it to Keller. Keller, Euro step inside. No good. And now will be Regis' ball.
Sandler's largest advantage is that he uses those rebounds to quickly gain passes and look for more open space, and he now leads his team with rebounds per game with 10.9.
So Thunder keeps the ball. Referee just had him miscall. But Keller backs on the defender. Gives it to Brennan for 3. No good. As it's number 1 Ben Sight. Ben Sickle. Gives it to Sandler for 3. No good. Crawford can get the rebound. Stolen by Brennan. Gives it to Bolello. Bolello gives it to Keller. Keller takes a deep 3. Good!
Keller from downtown with an excellent 3.
Making the score 9-5 with 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Wow, what a shot by Keller.
Yeah, he had all that open space. He looked at the top of the key. He was the only one there, and he quickly gained that shot.
That looked like it was from the NBA 3-point range. As it's 9-5, Thunder Ridge up. Yost gives it to Sandler. Sandler. There's a foul call, and it looks like it's going to be a shoving foul against Thunder Ridge. It looked like Keller pushed Yost out of the way.
For the Grizzlies, number 5, Thomas Walker.
Thomas Walker comes into the game for the Thunder Ridge Grizzlies. So Fulcher trying to find the open pass, guarded well by everyone, and that's a 5-second violation. So that was great defense by Thunder Ridge, not letting any open space between the defenders, causing the 5-second turnover. Inside to Crawford. It's going to be tipped. Up the layup, no good. Keller puts it back up, no good. Rebounded by Van Sickle. Vulture drives in. Hobsteps gets it to Yost. Yost gets it stolen by Crawford, but stolen back by Sandler. Sandler all the way to the other side of the court. That was to Wilsey. As he gets it inside to Yost. Yost goes for the layup. Airballed it. Keller has it, gives it to Wolkoliak, gives it back to Crawford. Crawford gets a pick from Keller, gives it to Keller for 3. No good. Rebounded by Yost. Inside to Brennan, up for the, no good. And now they're going to call a foul on Thomas Wolkoliak.
And Thomas Wolkoliak not agreeing with that call. And now the ball would be handled into Regis by Kyle Sandler.
As Matt Frankmont comes into the game. That looked like it was a hard foul.
It was like a smack in the face.
Yeah. Thunder already has 3 fouls. They need to watch out. They're in foul trouble as Fulcher drives inside. Hopsteps gives it to the corner to Van Sickle.
And now the
score being 9-8. Thunder still ahead. With 2:40 left to go. Crawford gives it past midcourt. Crawford behind the back. Gives it to Brennan. Brennan inside to Keller. Keller gives it to Frankmont. Frankmont gives it to Crawford. Crawford for 3. Good! Making the score 12-8 with 2:19 left to go in the first quarter. Sandler gives it all the way to Van Sickle. Van Sickle gives it to Fulcher. Fulcher dribbles around, gives it to Wilsey. Wilsey, tough mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Crawford slowing down the tempo, gives it to Wolkoliak. Wolkoliak, step back 3. No, gives it inside to Brennan for the tough layup. Blocked by, that was number 10, Badorius. Brennan's pressuring. Guarded well. Van Sickle couldn't go anywhere.
Regis is using the outside of the key space to slow down their speed, find that open space, and get into the net. And I think there's a foul.
And as we see, Matt Frankmont takes another charge.
Is
Throughout
not.
the season, Matt Frankmont's been taking a lot of charges.
It's not looking good for Thunder Ridge. Thunder Ridge now has 3 fouls this game. 3 fouls. Now, if they continue to control the amount of fouls that they give, they could have a way larger lead.
As number 41, Rohan Benu comes into the game, and Joy Bolello back in. Brandon gets the ball, gives it to Bolello. Bolello Gives it to Walkoliak. Walkoliak dribbles around, loses the dribble. Gives it to Bolello. Bolello almost gets it stolen. And that's going to be a foul called on Sandler. So it's going to be a sideline pass. On the ground foul. Regis already has 2. With 1:10 left to go in the first quarter, Thunder Ridge up 12-8. Rohan Binu gives it to Bolello. Bolello drives inside, spins, gives it to Binu. That'll be a travel call called on Joey Bolello.
Thunder just starting to play sloppy. They need to get together in the offensive zone so they can find that open space and get those 3s and 2s.
As Sandler gives it to Van Sickle. Van Sickle dribbling around. Brennan guarding closely. Step back, mid-range, no good. Walkoliak with the rebound. Dribbles around, gives it to Frankmont for 3. Good!
Frankmont was wide open.
Making the score 15-8 with 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Brasher gets it stolen, but gets it back. Brasher gives it to, that is number 4 Sandler. Wilson gets it stolen by Walkoliak. Walkoliak pump fakes, goes up for it, but that'll be a jump ball. As Sandler had Walkoliak in possession for both. Crawford comes into the game, same with Keller for Matt Frankmont and Jackson Brennan. So Sandler gets it to Reassure, tough mid-range, blocked by Bolello, and that will do it after the first quarter. Thunder Ridge up 15-8 with a 3-point barrage from Thunder Ridge. What did you see so far that made it more interesting?
Well, it seemed like Thunder Ridge was sort of gaining back on their feet. They now have a 15-8 lead. But you know what? Regis is playing really aggressive. I mean, although they've been getting 2 fouls so far, they have been carefully guarding every single Thunder Ridge player so that Thunder Ridge has no chance to shoot.
Yeah, Thunder Ridge playing amazing defense. And if they continue to have this performance, it'll be a great game.
They certainly can. They could quickly become 11-5.
So Crawford inbounds it to Binu. Rohan Binu gives it to Keller. Keller inside. Crawford has it. Spin move, almost falls over. Tough layup, no good. Rebounded by Crawford. Another tough layup, up and good. Making the score 17-8 with 7:40 left to go. It's Fulcher dribbles around, guarded closely by Binu. Fulcher gives it to, now it's number 5, Dorius. And that'll be an offensive foul called on Fulcher. So Binu gets it past midcourt, gives it to Crawford. Crawford gives it to Karnasovas. Karnasovas gives it to Binu. Inside to Bolello. Bolello gives it to Keller for 3. Good! Making the score 20-8 with another 3-pointer by Thunder Ridge.
And Keller now has 8 points for Thunder Ridge, the most out of any player so far.
As Yost tries to get it inside, but it gets tipped away, but back to him. Fulcher at the top of the key. Dribbles around Binu. Trying to find the open space, spins. Pump fakes, drives inside for the layup, no good. Rebounded by Keller. Keller gives it to Bolello. Bolello stops, gives it to Karnasovas. Karnasovas drives in. And that'll be a charge foul. Called on Karnasovas as TRHS took the charge. I thought it was going to be a blocking foul as his feet kept moving, but the referee saw it different.
It certainly did. He kind of felt pretty hard.
Jackson Brennan comes into the game for Rohan Binu as Van Sickle gets it past McCourt. Gives it to Sandler. Sandler gives it to, that is number 4, Rasher. Rasher gives it to number 5, that is Dorius. Sandler drives inside, tough layup, good.
Sandler quickly moved in the plane to get that layup.
He was looking for a foul call also, but didn't get it. Crawford dribbling around, and that'll be a reach-in foul. Sideline pass. That's 4 fouls for Thunder Ridge, 4 fouls for Regis.
Yeah, they're both playing really dirty and a little sloppy here and there, but, you know, they can easily get it together. And Regis now takes a 30-second timeout.
And we'll be back after the timeout. Bolello gets it to Crawford. Crawford passes midcourt. Gives it to Brennan. Brennan dribbles inside, tough layup, no good. Rebounded by Regis. That is Sandler. Sandler dribbling behind the back, gives it to Yost. Yost dribbles around, trying to find the layup. No good, but it's going to be a foul call on Joey Bolello. Another foul for Thunder Ridge.
I'm surprised they're taking that many fouls, but somehow Thunder Ridge now has a 10-point lead.
Yeah, as Yost will go to the line for free throws. First one up, no good. So Yost's second free throw, good, making it 20-11 in the second quarter with 5:41 left to go. Thunder Ridge still with an 11-point lead as Crawford gives it to Keller. Keller jab steps, gives it to Bolello. Bolello dribbles around. Get a tough layup, no good. Sandler gives it all the way to, that's Van Sickle. Van Sickle gives it to number 4, that's Rasher. Rasher up for layup, good. Making it 20-13 now with 5:11 to go in the second quarter. As Crawford gives it to Brennan. Brennan gives it to Karnasovas. Karnasovas pump fakes, tough layup, good.
Actually, I thought that would be a foul by Mike Karnasovas. He kind of pushed him a little bit.
Yeah, it could have also been a travel call, but luckily he picked up that third step as Yost. Trying to find open space, gives it to Sandler. Sandler. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by, stolen by Thunder Ridge. As Bolello gives it to Crawford. Crawford hop step, and that's going to be out of bounds. Thunder Ridge ball. So right now the score is 22-13 with 4:33 left to go in the second quarter. Thunder Ridge trying to find this next bucket. We haven't seen a Zach Keller dunk yet.
No, we haven't. And I'm surprised because he's usually pretty dominant on dunks.
But he's making those three-pointers as Keller gives it to Binu. Binu gives it to Brennan. Brennan for 3. No good. Hits the back of the rim. Rebounded by Regis. Gives it to Van Sickle. Van Sickle guarded closely by Binu. No good. as it's rebounded by Brennan. Great defense there by Thunder Ridge as it was a 2-on-1 fast break.
Yeah, but you know what on Regis, that Kyle Sandler has become pretty fast on both the offensive and defensive side. He's actively aggressive and looking for those plays.
As Joey Bilello airballs the three, but luckily Keller was down there to put up the shot and make it. So right now the score is 24-13 with 3:56 left to go. Wilsey gives it to Sandler. Sandler up for layup. No good. That's a wide open layup you gotta make. As Walkoliak gives it to Brennan for the tough layup. Blocked but fouled. As Brennan will go to the free throw line. That was a pretty hard foul on number 1, Van Sickle.
Certainly is, and both teams have taken numerous falls this quarter.
Both teams have 5 fouls with 3:43 left to go in the first quarter.
It's a good matchup so far.
Brennan misses the first one and hits the back of the rim. Justin Kremen comes into the game for Zach Keller. So Brennan misses the first free throw. Shoots the second. No good. Something you don't see by Jackson Brennan.
And now Regis will have possession of the ball.
Bilello wanted to be a Thunder Ridge possession, but the refs see it otherwise. As Sandler inbounds it to Fulcher. Fulcher gives it to Sandler. Sandler all the way to number 14, that's Lecam. We'll see. That's Fulcher has it at the wing. Fulcher gives it to Sandler. Sandler gives it all the way to Lakeem. Lakeem gives it to Bodoris and gives it to Fulcher. Fulcher gives it to Lakeem, back to Sandler. Good ball movement there by Regis. Sandler almost gets it stolen. Falls down, somehow makes the pass to Bodoris for the layup. Good!
And it looks like there was a slight push made by Bodoris on Joey Bilello.
So the score right now 24-15 with 2:50 left to go. Benu stops, step backs for the three, and pump faked it. As Walkoliak drives inside, gives it to Benu for three. Good!
Benu was wide open outside of the key, and he instantly got the three from downtown.
Score right now 27-15. Thunder Ridge up with 2:29 left to go in the second quarter. Fulcher gives it to Sandler. Sandler drives inside, hop steps, gives it to Wilsey. Wilsey gives it to Fulcher for three. No good. Rebounded by Bodoris. Bodoris with layup. Good.
Regis is starting to find those rebounds and get them and have control of them in the offensive zone within the paint.
So Benu gives it to Walkoliak. Walkoliak gives it to Bilello. Bilello jab steps, dribbles inside, tough mid-range. Good. That's some string music right there.
Bilello has become dominant with points over the season. He now averages 12.5 per game.
Thunder Ridge up 29-17. With 1:45 left to go in the second quarter. No call there. Wilsey takes a three. No good. Rebounded by Walkoliak. Walkoliak.
There's a struggle for the ball.
But it will stay Thunder Ridge ball. As it looks like Fulcher and Walkoliak had some words at the end. But Keller, Crawford, Carnosovas, and Frankmont come into the game. Some miscommunication by Regis with the subs. They're going to call it Regis ball, as it's Rocher gives it all the way to the corner. Sandler has it. Sandler gives it to Sandler gets the ball back. Dribble inside. Charge. So it'll be Thunder Ridge ball taking charge again by Matt Frankmont.
Yeah, but you know what? Regis has become very dominant in the offensive zone. They're becoming aggressive, and it has led to those fouls.
So Benu Binu gives it to Keller. Keller gives it to Frankmont. Frankmont gives it to Carnicellis for 3. Good!
An excellent shot made by Carnicellis.
Making the score 32-17 with 1 minute left to go in the second quarter.
Oh, and the ball's loose.
Binu gets it. Binu.
Oh, and it's loose again.
Binu gets it trapped, and it'll be a jump ball, but it will stay Thunder Ridge ball. As Frankmont stole the ball from Rasher.
And what was a confrontation between Razor and Binu.
As Frankmont had to be held by the referee. Score right now 32-17, 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Frankmont gets it to Binu. Binu dribbles around, gives it to Crawford. Crawford dribbles around, goes tough layup, no good, rebounded by Sandler. Sandler with 43 seconds gets double teamed. Taylor gets it, but that'll be out of bounds. Regis ball. As Brennan will come into the game for number 3, Mike Carnicellis. Sandler on the sideline passes it into Taylor. Taylor with 38 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Thunder Ridge up 32-17. Sandler has the ball, dribbles around, tough layup, no good, and 1.
Sandler did get that and 1 because he quickly moved right into the paint and got that quick layup.
Matt Frankmont looked like he slapped Sandler.
Yeah, he did.
As Bilello comes into the game for Frankmont. Frankmont is just like a Dennis Rodman type.
Yeah.
Taking
certainly
the charges, rebounding the ball, causing a controversy. As Sandler, free throw up, good. As Yost comes into the game for Sandler.
Surprised that Sandler actually got that free throw while the Thunder student section tried to distract him.
Yeah. So with 30 seconds left, Thunderidge wants to take the last shot. Thunderidge winning 32-20. Crawford gives it to Binu. Binu gives it to Crawford. Crawford jab step. 17 seconds. Bilello has it. Catches and shoots a 3. Good!
Thunder Ridge has been finding that open space outside of the key constantly.
5 seconds left. Taylor, tough mid-range, passes it to himself. Now be a travel call, as you can't do that. So it'll be a sideline pass. Thunder Ridge might be able to take a last-second shot, as they're up 35-20.
With only 2.7 seconds left to go.
So, Binu is going to take the sideline pass. He's going to give it to Crawford. Crawford with 1 second gives it to Bilello for 3. No good, hits the top of the backboard. That is halftime. Thunder Ridge winning 35-20, and we will be back after the half.
And welcome back to Grizzly Nation, where the student section is packed. We are starting with Fulcher, who's not even across the midline yet, but now he is. Takes a look. Keeps dribbling it with Crawford, staring at him. Passes on over to Wilsey. Wilsey fakes, passes it over to Rasher. And an excellent shot by Sandler. Below now has the ball.
Good shot by Sandler there.
Yeah, moving it on to Crawford, going down quickly into the paint. And he lets the ball go, and not out of bounds. So it's stolen by Regis. And then moving quickly by Wilsey. Wilsey moving to the left side, passes on over to Sandler. Sandler quickly dribbles it over to Fulcher. Fulcher looks on over. Now it's in Sandler's possession, excuse me. And it's stolen by Zach Keller all the way down. And a possible shot by Brennan, but he does not convert.
So, great defensively so far for Thunder Ridge.
He certainly has, and it's become quicker speed.
But that Fulcher pass from the corner, I thought it was out of bounds, and so did everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, we can't even see over here, but I seriously thought it was out of bounds.
Great pass there by Fulcher.
And Brennan is now at the free throw line, and he makes his first shot. 36-22 Thunder Ridge, 7:02 to go in the third. Brennan lines up for the second, and he doesn't get that one. So it's now over to Regis with Sandler dribbling down, and now over to Fulcher. But it's an excellent steal by Brennan. And now on to Jolie Bolello. And now Zach Keller is open at the key, and he's not in for three. Fulcher moves quickly. Passes on over to left to Sandler. Sandler is open, and he gets it. Sandler from downtown with three. And now Crawford passes up to a wide open Karnasovas. Crawford back at it again with Brennan. Brennan keeps looking. And now Bolello's over. And Zach Keller is open in the paint, and he gets it for two. 38-25 Thunder Ridge, as Regis now has possession of the ball. And Fulcher coming quickly in within the paint, but looks over to Wilsey and does not make the three. Looks like a foul is called.
That was on Joey Bolello. So Regis will get an inbounds pass.
Now Fulcher with an inbound pass all over to Sandler. And Zach Keller fouls, which is not something that he usually does, doesn't he?
No, and that was a hard foul too.
Yeah, certainly.
Zach Keller is the leading scorer for Thunder Ridge with 15.9 points per game.
And he already has 13 points for Thunder Ridge, the most out of any player right now.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna up. He's gonna up the average up.
5:55 to go. Fulcher walks down midcourt. Crawford easily staring. Fulcher moves quickly in with a backwards cut, and he gets the easy layup.
Good layup there by Fulcher.
Crawford quickly passes to Joey Bolello. Joey Bolello's open to Zach Keller. Zach Keller now has dribbling pass, looks for an open man. Joey Bolello's there. And Joey Bolello with the three. Joey Bolello has become dominant, and so is Zach Keller with those 3 points.
Yeah, Zach Keller and Joey Bolello, one of the dynamic duos on this Thunder Ridge team.
And now a timeout by Thunder Ridge. And we'll be back after this. And that is the end of Thunder Ridge's timeout. What do you look for in Thunder Ridge's lead? I mean, they already have a 41-27 lead, but what does Regis need to do in order to get more points?
I just feel like Regis needs to be better offensively. Thunder Ridge has been able to shut them down defensively, use that pick and roll to their advantage, and shoot the wide open threes like that.
And Yost, and just like you said with the three.
Yeah.
And now on to Andrew Crawford. And a foul committed by him on Ben Rajer, the 6'2" senior from Regis. Actually, excuse me, it was a foul on Regis, and now Joey Bolello has the ball, and now on to Crawford. Crawford quickly moves in to midcourt, dribbles pass, and now Joey Bolello passes on over to Hernasovas. Loose ball. Joey Bolello throws it, but does not get the three. Joey Bolello has become dominant with the threes this game so far.
As George said during senior night, he thought Joey Bolello was the best three-point shooter that this team has ever seen.
Certainly, and his records do show. A possible shot by Fletcher, but did not make it outside of the key. Fletcher moves on to Yost. Yost quickly goes into the paint, and he does not get the easy layup. And now it's on to Zach Keller and Andrew Crawford. Crawford moves in to the right side, looks over to Joey Bolello, who's open. Joey Bolello quickly moves into the paint and gets the dunk. He gets the dunk. And now Yost. And now on to Rajer. Rajer quickly looks back to Yost. Yost is looking for the open man. He looks on over to Wilsey. Wilsey moves on over to Fletcher. Fletcher and Sandler quickly transition.
And just like I said.
Yeah, Sandler easily gets the three.
They used that pick and roll to their advantage, got the easy jumper.
And Regis has become more fast-paced in their offensive zone.
Yeah.
Now Zach Keller quickly finds the open space, but does not get the two. But it is rebounded by both Brennan and Bolello, but both do not get it. Okay. And there's a foul call on the play on Jackson Brennan. Jackson Brennan will now go to the free throw line. This is his second time at the free throw line this quarter, and he gets the first point.
Jackson Brennan not shooting well so far in this game. But that was his second make free throw out of 5 though. 40%.
Jackson Brennan goes up for a second, and he does not get it. It's shocking to me. But you know, we'll begin with Fletcher, and now on to Lakem. Lakem moving on to Sandler, and back to Lakem. He moves back over to Sandler. Sandler now over to Fletcher. Fletcher quickly moves in the plate, but there's a foul. There's a no-good basket. Fletcher's now looking for the open man. He has Yost and both Sandler, but now moves on over to Lakem. Lakem now goes over to Yost. Yost and Fletcher quickly tries to fake Brennan, but does not get the two.
They're not making their layups.
No, they're certainly not, and that's what's limiting Regis right now. But Binu quickly moves into the paint, and he gets the two. That was an excellent move by Rohan Binu.
Yeah. He was too quick for the Regis defender.
Yeah. Now to Reyes. Shot and did not make it. Reyes goes back to Yost. And Lakem claps for the ball, but it is stolen by Thunder Ridge. And now Rohan Binu, who had a great move last play, did not get it, but he's trying again. And now Keller quickly looks to Bolello. Bolello now has it and quickly passes to Brennan. Brennan pops back it out, and it is out of bounds.
Brennan was upset with himself. He thought he could make a better pass, and he's had before, but
he hasn't. Thunder Ridge has been perfect all this half, and not a lot of out of bounds.
Both teams have 3 fouls.
There's a conflict on both Brennan Another Regis player, but now Sandler has the ball. But it is broken up between Jackson Brennan and Vansicle.
Yeah, they called the foul on Jackson Brennan. Something you don't want to see for Thunder is that's 44 fouls.
Certainly not. If Thunder wants to keep this lead, they have to limit their fouls pretty quickly.
Jackson Brennan, second leading scorer for this team with 15.6 points per game. He's also the the second leader in assists with 2.5. Leader in that is Andrew Crawford.
And now Lycum quickly moves past. Oh, but a steal made by Rohan Binu. Quickly transitions to the offensive zone. And a stoppage.
So 5 fouls for Regis now. 2 more, and Thunder is in the bonus.
Now it looks like Lycum is being called out. But Crawford quickly making a move. It was rebounded by Wakowiak. And now another stoppage. 1:56 to go in the third quarter. Thunder Ridge is leading 46-32.
Very good game for both teams.
They've become very competitive. Crawford takes the three, and he gets it.
Wow.
A good shot by Crawford. And now Fulcher tries to move in. And a foul call.
They're going to call that a foul on Rohan Binu.
Joey Bolello is now being substituted in for Zach Keller. And looks like it'll be an inbounds pass by Fulcher. Fulcher looks for every open man, but he did not get it out in the 5 seconds.
There's going to be a timeout call on Regis.
We'll be back after this. And we're back with Fletcher now has the ball. And quickly, a shot made by Joe DeReyes. And now I think there's a foul. Yeah, there is a foul. And it looks like DeReyes is now at the free throw line. And he makes his first shot. Thunder student section trying to distract him. And DeReyes makes the second one. Regis hasn't been at the free throw line in a long time.
No, they haven't. But when they are, they've always made their free throws.
They're easily quick to convert. And Crawford quickly walking around the key, looks over to Wakowiak. But a steal made by Regis.
That was a foul on Thomas Wakowiak. That's 7 Thunder Ridge.
And that means that Regis has now received the bonus. Zach Keller is now being substituted in, I believe, for Joey Bolello. Or sorry, Thomas Wakowiak. Sandler is now at the free throw line. And he makes the first free throw.
Thunder Ridge student section sounded like they were screaming for bloody murder.
Yeah, like hyenas almost. Sandler now back at the line for a second shot. And he gets it in. This time the Thunder student section sounds like tropical birds.
As Regis once again makes their free throws.
And Rohan Bino quickly moves into the offensive zone, looks for every open man. He's not firing, so he's looking for it in the paint. Quickly passes on over to Brennan, but did not make it. And now a possible steal. Now has Sandler with the ball. Sandler quickly looks over to TRHS. And he did not make it.
Keller with an amazing block there.
Fulcher now looks on over to Yost. Fulcher back with the ball again. Fulcher looks for that open space. Moves it to the paint. An impossible pass to Sandler, almost stolen by Keller, but was converted back to Regis. Fulcher with the pass. And Vansicle's in for the 3.
10-point lead for Thunder Ridge now.
A long pass by Bino over to Brennan, and he does make the 2. And 1. And now Brennan is back to the free throw line. It seems like Brennan has been back to the free throw line a lot.
Yeah, but he hasn't been making all of them.
No, he hasn't. And like you said, he had 40% of his free throws made.
He's now 30%, which is definitely a career low for Jackson Brennan.
Do you think he could easily improve by the end of the season?
He's been a consistent free throw shooter. It's just everyone has their bad game, and this is Jackson Brennan's bad game.
He makes his only free throw. And now Fulcher quickly moves in past Jackson Brennan, and he tumbles to the ground and stolen by Rohan Binu. Fulcher is slow to get up. And now Joey Bolello has regained the ball. And that throw made by Brennan.
Ortiz called the timeout.
Oh, he did?
Joey Bolello was about to step out of bounds, but Joe Ortiz just called the timeout.
So it looks like that Brennan did not make the 2. And now a timeout called by Thunder Ridge.
And we'll be back after it.
We are back with 17.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. Thunder Ridge is leading Regis 52-39, and Regis has the bonus after a sloppy 7 fouls made by Thunder Ridge. Joey Bolello now has regained the ball, moves on over to Crawford. Crawford looks over to Keller, who's wide open. Joey Bolello is also wide open. And Joey Bolello from downtown. Regis now has the ball complete with Fletcher, who's quickly going down into the paint, makes a shot, and he gets the layup. That's the fastest I've seen Fulcher make a layup.
Yeah, with 0.9 seconds left to go in the third, Fulcher will get his and 1 free throw.
So Fulcher's now at the free throw line. Thunder Ridge is leading Regis 55-41, a 14-point lead. Let's see if they can. Exactly, tries to make a throw at the end of the quarter, but he does not do it. So Thunder Ridge 55-41, and we'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter. And we are back with the fourth quarter. Thunder Ridge leading Regis by 14. Yost now begins with the ball, moves quickly pass on over to Vancicle. Vancicle quickly moves into the paint. Vancicle quickly moves to Razier. Razier quickly moves in, and he gets the layup.
Great layup there by Regis.
Now Crawford quickly looks for the ball for another man. Bolello's there. Passes on over to Carnosovas. Crawford with the ball now and does not make the two. Fulcher quickly moves in. 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Fulcher gets the layup. This is open, and he does. Crawford goes in to the paint, and he gets the layup. That was a good move by Crawford.
Yeah, that was a great layup by Crawford.
Fulcher now moving in. Past Crawford, and he gets another two. It keeps going for Fulcher every single time.
Yeah, Fulcher been amazing so far this game.
And now Crawford with a deep three.
Wow, Crawford responded to that Fulcher too.
It's now 60-47 Thunder Ridge with 6:34 left to go.
Fulcher and Crawford have been going back and forth so far.
Certainly. And now Fulcher with the ball. Right on over to Razier. Razier now going over to Vancicle on the other side. He does not get the three.
It looks like Bolello is going to be called for a foul.
Yeah, he did push Yost on that far side. So it looks like Yost is going to the free throw line.
That's 9 fouls for Thunder Ridge.
Yeah. So far, Yost only has 5 points this game and only 1 foul.
Yost so far this season is averaging 8.3 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, and 1.6 assists.
And Yost does not make his only free throw, so it's now over to Crawford. Crawford, quick, trying to pass on over to Carnosovas. Or sorry, Jackson Brennan. But is now turned over, and now Fulcher has put the ball. Fulcher looks over to Yost. Yost over to Vancicle. Vancicle finding Fulcher, and he's finding Bodors. Fulcher moves into the paint. And he's a timeout by Regis. 60-47 Thunder Ridge with only 5:53 to go. 9 fouls for Thunder Ridge.
Yeah, they need to stop fouling, as if they get one more foul, Regis is in the double bonus.
We'll be back after this. We are back. And now Bodoris now has the ball, quickly moves over to Sandler. Sandler now over to Razier. Razier looking back to Sandler again, gets the ball. Moves back over to Bodoris. And now quickly over to Vancicle. Boris tries to get the quick layup, but he did not get it.
That was a good block by Keller.
Now Rohan Binu. Moves on over to the middle, moves on over to the right. It looks like he was fouled by Razier, and he was. And one.
Oh, I guess they're not going to call it an and one.
No, they certainly are not.
But
Actually, no, they are. Rohan Binu is now at the free throw line.
For the bonus.
For the bonus, yes. So now Thunder Ridge has gained the bonus. And Rohan has made his first free throw.
Number 5, Thomas
Wakowiak is now being substituted for Andrew Crawford. Binu now has 5 points this game and only 1 foul. And that makes that 6 points for Rohan Binu. Fulcher now moving over to the right side. Fulcher looks for every open man, trying to find that open space. He has Vansickle, he has Sandler. Quickly moves past Rohan Binu, but he commits a foul himself on Rohan Binu. And I apologize for us having technical difficulties. Our camera is out, so we are currently changing that battery. Fulcher is now at the free throw line, waiting for a signal by the ref, and he gets it. And he makes his first free throw. 7 points for Fulcher. 5:11 to go. Thunder Ridge is leading Regis 62-48. Regis has the double bonus, while Thunder Ridge only has 1 bonus. Fulcher makes his second free throw. We apologize for the technical difficulties we are having currently. Rohan Binu now has the ball. Quickly fakes out Fulcher and now past the midline. Binu fakes it again. Joey Bolello passes on over to Keller into the paint. Joey Bolello's outside three-point line. Rohan Binu outside three-point line. He shoots and does not make it. The ball we thought was out of bounds, but it's not. But Keller's open and he gets the dunk. 64-49 Thunder Ridge. 4:37 to go left in the fourth quarter. Razier quickly moves in, now over Fulcher. Fulcher quickly moves past Binu. And now Bodoris gets the 2 points. Keller, so now Thunder Ridge is on the offense. Keller quickly moves into the middle. And looks like he was stopped by Sandler. Now Keller moves on over to the free throw line. Andrew Crawford is now being substituted for Thomas Wakowiak. Again, we apologize for all technical difficulties. Keller, 4:17 left to go. He does not make his first free throw, his only free throw. And now Regis is coming onto its offense. We are back with the picture. Andrew Crawford moving into the offensive zone. 3:58 to go. Bolello has that open space. He does not get the three, but he is down. And he is hurt. Bolello's quickly, I think it's his leg, and now he has gotten up.
Joey Bolello was hurt earlier this season and was out for a couple of games. Scary sight for Joey Bolello, but he will go to the free throw line.
3:55 to go. Thunder Ridge is leading Regis 64-51. Thunder Ridge now has 10 fouls. Regis has 9. And Bolello makes his free throw. Joey Bolello currently has 4 points for Thunder Ridge and only 2 fouls, which is surprisingly low for him this game. He makes his second. And now he's on to a third. And he makes that one.
Joey Bolello actually has 16 points.
So now Fulcher moving it on to the right side, going sliding, now getting speed. Quickly moves to the paint, and he gets the layup. Wakowiak has came in for Bolello after his knee injury. Fulcher is now at the free throw line. And Fulcher made it. Rohan Binu up the right side for Thunder Ridge. Rohan Binu quickly moves past Fulcher and is blocked. And Fulcher is now blocked by Keller. Wakowiak tried to make the three outside of the key, but did not convert. He is guiding three free throws at the free throw line. 3:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Thunder Ridge is leading Regis 67-54. And a substitution made by Regis. Wakowiak at the free throw line. And he makes it, his first shot. And he makes his second. We'd like to remind our audience that on Tuesday, Thunder Ridge will face Shap at home. It's a league game, and it'll be very important to Thunder Ridge in sustaining their top conference spot.
Thunder Ridge is the #1 team in Colorado, and they're just on a roll. They've been undefeated in the Continental 5A. They were undefeated against every Colorado team. Their one loss was just in a tournament.
At the Alaska Airlines Classic in Anchorage, and they lost to St. Joseph's from Santa Maria, California. The ball is now placed out of bounds, and it will be Thunder Ridge's possession. So what does Thunder Ridge need to do for that game against Shap?
I feel like Thunder Ridge needs to just play how they've been playing. They have had no flaws except for, I guess, the foul calls, which is unlikely for them.
Both teams are in the double bonus. A possible layup possibly made by Rohan Binu. He did not make it, so now he's headed to the free throw line. It is now 69-54 Thunder Ridge with 3:11 to go. Rohan Binu did not make his first three throws. He's out for a second, and he did. 70-54 Thunder Ridge. Fulcher moving to the right side, now onto the left, quickly into the paint. Looks on over to TRHS. TRHS did not make it. Rebounded by Yost, did not also make it. Vansicle passes it on over to Sandler. Sandler from the three. No good. Rohan Binu quickly tries to make some move. Passes on over to Crawford. Crawford is being steady toward midcourt by Sander. Lelo passes on over to Keller. And now is being stolen by Regis. And an easy layup made by Fulcher. 70-56 with 2:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. Rohan Binu moves past the midcourt line. Passes it over to Keller. Keller moves in. Not toward the paint just yet, but moves out to Joey Bolello. Does not get the three. Vansicle from the left onto the paint, and he gets the two. It is now 8 points for Vansicle. Rohan Binu to Bolello to Brennan. Brennan moves on over. Rohan Binu moves outside of the three-point line, passes on over to Crawford. 1:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. Thunder Ridge 70, Regis 58. Bolello tries to get the ball, tries to be swatted out by Regis. And a timeout made by Ortiz. Made by Regis. 1:26 to go. Both teams are in the double bonus. And we'll be back after this. We are back with 1:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Bolello now starts with the ball. Moves it on over to Brennan. Brennan quickly moves over from the left side to the middle. Bolello is now outside the three-point line with the ball. Bolello moves on over to Binu. Binu moves over to Crawford. Crawford moves into the paint. Over now to Keller in the paint. Did not make the layup. So now it is Regis's possession with 1:08 to go. Sandler quickly moves in. Tries to get the layup, but didn't. It was blocked by Bolello, who is the leading, who has the most blocks out of every player on Thunder Ridge. Keller now moves over to Brennan. Brennan over to Crawford. Crawford quickly. Thunder just trying to quickly run out the clock. Binu, with only 45 seconds to go, moves on over to Keller. Keller to the left side. Binu outside toward midcourt. Crawford back to Binu. Binu keeps looking. They're trying to still waste the clock. 27 seconds to go. Crawford moves into Keller. And Keller gets the easy dunk. 72-58 Thunder Ridge. 20 seconds to go. Vansicle from the three. Did not convert. And now just trying to run out the clock. There is 10 seconds to go. And Thunder Ridge has become victorious in the Grizzly Den, 72-58.